Okay, so welcome to another deep dive. Today we're diving into something really, really interesting.
Definitely interested.
Something that's going to twist your brain a little bit.
Mm.
Especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. We're talking about the time loop theory.
Yeah.
Have you heard of this one?
Oh, absolutely. It's a fascinating one.
It's a theory that basically suggests that Dumbledore,
It's a mastermind.
yeah, Headmaster Dumbledore, may have been using time travel to manipulate events to lead up to Voldemort's defeat.
Very carefully orchestrated.
I know, it's kind of mind-blowing, right?
Absolutely. It makes you rethink everything you thought you knew about the series.
It really does. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Dumbledore always seemed to be one step ahead.
Right.
Like, how did he know what was going to happen next? You know?
It's like he had a script.
And all those tasks he gave Harry.
Yeah.
They seemed random at the time, but they always turned out to be, super important.
Like those pensive memories.
Exactly. The pensive memories of Tom Riddle.
Crucial to understanding Voldemort.
Right. Or even, Harry learning about love and sacrifice.
Dumbledore was setting a very specific stage, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like he was, grooming Harry for this final confrontation.
And that's where the time loop theory comes in.
It does.
It suggests that these weren't just coincidences.
Right.
That maybe Dumbledore had actually lived through these events before.
Whoa.
Potentially multiple times even, allowing him to nudge things in a certain direction.
Okay, so this is where things get really interesting, right? Because we
know
know
time travel exists.
Yeah, we see it in Prisoner of Azkaban.
The time turner.
Exactly. But those time turners had limitations.
Definitely.
You could only go back a few hours.
Yeah.
Right? And changing events was, strictly forbidden.
Very dangerous.
But what if Dumbledore had, a souped-up time turner?
A deluxe model.
Yeah, with, all the bells and whistles.
Right. That's a key part of the time loop theory.
Okay.
Some people believe that Dumbledore might have had access to a time turner that was far more powerful, one that let him travel further back in time.
Further back, and what maybe even change things without being seen.
Exactly.
That would explain so much.
Wouldn't it? His ability to anticipate events.
Almost like he was remembering them, not predicting them.
Precisely. Imagine if you could revisit key moments, make small adjustments, plant little seeds, almost like setting up dominoes to fall in a specific way.
Okay, are you ready for the really crazy part of this theory?
Lay it on me.
Some people think that Dumbledore might actually be a future version of Harry Potter.
The Dumbledore is Harry theory.
I know, it's a bit out there.
It's definitely one of the more radical interpretations.
Right. But there are some interesting parallels between them.
Oh, absolutely.
Both of them marked by loss at a young age. Both burdened with a prophecy.
Both deeply connected to the fight against Voldemort.
Yeah, and what about Fawkes?
The Phoenix.
They both had this incredible bond with Fawkes.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Could Dumbledore's unwavering faith in Harry stem from some deeper connection, something beyond just being a mentor?
It's like, are we really supposed to believe that all of this is just coincidence?
Right.
It's almost too perfect.
But of course, this raises even more questions, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Questions about free will, predestination. If Dumbledore is Harry from the future, does that mean Harry's path is already set? Is he just acting out a role that's already been written?
Whoa.
It makes you think about the nature of time.
It does.
And whether our choices really matter if everything is predetermined.
So even if you're not totally on board with the Dumbledore as Harry thing,
Right.
the time loop theory still adds, a whole new layer to Harry Potter.
Absolutely.
It makes you question everything you thought you knew.
About the characters, their motivations.
Everything. It really makes you think.
And it asks us some pretty big questions, too.
Yeah.
If you could travel back in time knowing what you know now, would you change anything?
That's a tough one.
And could you live with the consequences?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Right.
That's a really good question.
So whether Dumbledore was a time traveler or not, it's a fascinating theory.
It is.
One that makes us think about the choices we make, the paths we take, and the impact we have on the world.
It's like our own little time loop, right? Trying to make the best choices we can with the knowledge we have.
Exactly.
Well, this has been a mind-bending deep dive, and we've only just scratched the surface of the time loop theory.
There's so much more to explore.
So much more, but we're out of time for today.
Until next time.
Thanks for joining us, and remember, keep those minds open to all possibilities.
You never know what you might discover.
And maybe, just maybe, time isn't as linear as we think it is.
Who knows?
Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.
Bye for now.
Bye.